Did you know your nose ages as you grow older? If you thought it's only the skin in general, eyes, face, neck, even the nose in particular ages and has some aging changes. Now, how does that happen? One, let's say there is coming of age, right? When you just hit your puberty. So there is a change in the skin around the nose at that time. You might find it too oily. This becomes a part of a T-zone, so it gets really, really oily. It could be a part of something called a seborrheic dermatitis, which gets exacerbated just around this time. So if you do have a sticky scalp, oily scalp, you might end up having a very itchy base of the nose, which gets red, itchy, rough. You can have like a horizontal line here, which becomes black and rough. So all of this happens just around your age of puberty, when the oil glands start overacting and become youthful, so that's what happens to them. What do you do at that time? The first thing is get yourself a good face wash. Talk to your doctor and get yourself like a salicylic, mandelic, glycolic acid face wash, so that reduces the oil there, the retaining of the oil there, so that it doesn't cause more growing of the yeast and irritation and dermatitis does not happen. So that's something that you can do. If you want to go to your friendly salon or to your doctor's office to get a nice cleanup done, make sure the equipments are really sterile or they're personal to you alone. That's most important to be done. You could use an ointment like a tretinoin, which just about reduces the excessive oiliness there and exfoliates the skin there without causing too much of redness and irritation, without adding to that. Now that's your teenage coming of age. What happens as you grow older in age? Does the nose change? Oh yes, it does. Have you heard people tell you that, oh, my nose grew longer as I'm growing older, or nose keeps growing till you die? No, nose doesn't keep growing. What happens is the structural support around it keeps changing. So there is a bone which holds the nose and stages it up. So this bone has an opening there. That piriformis aperture, what we call as, becomes wider. So now the nose is kind of caving in, collapsing into your face. Then what happens? The nose which was up like this starts to fall like this. That's why the nose tip looks like it's growing. It's not. It's just poor guy falling off without a strength and a support. And so how do we treat that? We end up giving in a little bit of a filler to form that base back again. A little bit of a filler here, so the entire nose base is given. And then we release the muscle which tends to pull the tip down with a teeny amount of Botox. So that pushes it back again. We could also give you a little filler around the tip to give a much more nicer, sharper nose now. So that makes your nose very youthful. You can walk with your nose up in the air attitude, even no matter what your age, right? So nose does age, and that can be reversed.